Sorry for it being jittery, it's on a tripod. Anyway, welcome to another edition of Watch Me Suck at Mini Golf. Weather has kept the start of 2023 delayed. Anyway, we're starting the season at a new location for the third time. The first time was Disney World. Obviously, we're not going back there. The second time was Mason's, then they closed. So here we are, the closest one to me, less than 3 miles from home. Mulligan's Miniature Golf, Sterling, Massachusetts. It says it's open. I don't see any cars or anything. But let's go in and see what's going on. I don't hear the music playing, which is good, because this is a place that has music. So, as long as that's not there, then there won't be a silent run. Anyway, let's go and play some mini golf. Of course, as soon as I start to record, he turns on the music. So this is a silent run. Then people came not that much longer after I did, so whatever. Anyway, play at your own risk. Well, that's no fun. Groups don't matter. 6-stroke limit per hole. Everyone in a group must play his or first. Don't matter. Replace ball out of bounds where it went out. Take a 1-stroke penalty. Ball resting obstruction may be moved 6 inches. Ball hit by another ball, doesn't matter. Golf ball floats in water. Use the ball scoopers or ask for assistance, and that is also a 1-stroke penalty. So we've done pretty well here the first time we actually were here. And when I was saying first time in the intro, it means the first one for the season. But anyway, this is the second time we've ever been here, so let's get going. Hole number 1, the Bear. Par 2. Pause if you want to read any of these signs. Anyway, here it is. This is where we start. And then it takes a sweeping right. There is a slight embankment towards the out-of-bounds area that we just passed. The little stream, you got to do something really wrong to get the ball in there. And then there's a slight downward pitch to the hole. First shot. There it goes. To center, bounces off the walls, bounces off the third wall, to the left of the hole, and there's the ball right there. This is for par. Swing, and in it goes. Hole number 2 is the Fox. Par 2. Start here. And then it banks ever so slightly to the left, although you got a roly-poly right there. Watch out for the planter. Otherwise, it's fairly straight trip to the hole. First shot. It's in the middle. It goes up the hill and, oh! Talk about getting robbed. Wow. That was highway robbery. Will it be a par at least? Well, that answers that question. Hole number 3, the Porcupine. Par 3. Here we are again. As we go down, we have 2 dead ends, which you gotta really be pretty bad at this game in order to hit. There's one, there's the other. Ball would definitely go away if you did. Obviously, you want to go straight, and there is a slight arch, and then a slight dip in the middle as you cross the bridge. Watch out for that drop over past the hole. That's where you don't want to be. You want to be here, the hole instead. First shot. Here it goes. It's off to the right. Bangs off the right, the left. Hits the other wall. Stays away from that downward fall. Set up for a birdie. Can this be the first under par of the day? Yes, it is. Birdie. Hole number 4, the Owl. Par 2. Start here. Then it goes straight into Mr. Rock. You could either go to the right through a sand trap or to the left where there's a slight embankment to help guide your ball to the hole. First shot, and there it goes off to the left, hits the embankment and the rock, and it lands somewhat close to the hole. Second shot. This is for par, and in and out again. Hole number 5, the Deer, par 3. Here's where we start. And now you got 2 ways you can kind of go. The tough way over the little bridge, or the easy way, well, over the footbridge. However, the ball could easily fall off and go into the drink. So you go down either way, much steeper that way. The little bridge, probably a little harder. And then you got a little downward slope to the hole. First shot. And there's a swing over the bridge, down the hill, down this other hill, and very close to the hole. This birdie can make up for that one over, and it does. Number 6, the Dragonfly, par 2. We start here, and then it's a split decision. You can go to the left of Mr. Rock, where there's a steep embankment, or go to the right where it's relatively flat, in which now there is a left embankment. Steeper on the left side, not so much on the right. And then it's a straight trip to the hole. First shot. There it goes to the right, bangs the wall, and right in the rock. Not good. This is going for a very unlikely par, and off to the left it goes. Once again, going for a bogey shot, in it goes. Hole number 7, the Otter, par 2. Start here, and there's a gutter on both sides, and it follows the entire course all the way. It's pretty straight in the middle to the hole. First shot, and down the middle it goes, away from the gutters, although close to the right, bounces off the wall, and way back there. Once again, another unlikely par, way off to the left. Hole number 8, the Raccoon, par 2. We start here, and again, another split decision to be made. Hard embankment on the left, relatively flat on the right. Once you get by Mr. Rock, once again, you could go off to the left, off course, or veer ever so slightly to the right, to the hole. First shot. And there it goes to the right. It hits the wall. It goes, it goes to the left. It's in the sand trap. What will he do? For another very hard par shot. There it goes, and into the hole it went. Number 9, the Opossum, par 2. Start here, and it immediately turns to the right. You go up a small hill over the bridge, then a small hill once again once you cross it, and there's a sharp drop, but be careful. The right adds a challenge. You want to go into the obvious path to the hole. First shot. There it goes, off the left wall, going down the slope, bouncing off the rear wall, pretty much staying there. Going for the par, and in it goes. So far, this hasn't been too bad of a run, but hole 2, wow, in and out of the hole. Talk about getting robbed, but at least we got even par on that one. Fortunately, we also got a couple of birdies to help. It helps offset 2 of the 3 one-overs that we got. Otherwise, it was fairly even. We're only 1 over so far, and the asterisk points out where we go over on that particular half. So how will the second half go? Will it be the same? Are we going to do better? Are we going to do worse? Well, let's find out. That's the only way we're going to know. Hole number 10, the Wolf, par 3. Start here. Again, another split decision. Go to left where there's a slight hill upwards, or slightly flatter on the right, but Mr. Rock makes that a little more narrow. The sand trap makes it more narrow on the left. Get rid of that rock, doesn't belong there. Then there's a slight uphill and another embankment on the far left to the hole. First shot. There it goes, bounces off the left wall and the rock. Up the hill. Pretty good shot. For birdie. There it is, and ooh, just to the right. Hole 11, the Squirrel, par 2. Start here. If you go on the left, you go in the drink, and you're a really bad shot. Again, you're aiming for the bridge. Long sweeping right with a downward shot near the end of the corner. Slight embankment on the right-hand side. To the hole. First shot. There it goes to the right. Hugging that left wall. Down the embankment. Hooks left. And stays up against the wall. Going for par. And in it goes. Hole number 12, the Duck, par 2. Start over here. And if you go to the right, you're pretty much going in the water. You want to go left, which then has an embankment to help guide your ball further left to the hole. First shot. There it goes to the left. And in the rough. And oh no, it's going backwards. Well, that leaf stopped it. This is another unlikely par. And off to the left. Going for bogey. And a hair left. Lucky 13, the Eagle, par 3. You have 3 ways in which to go. The left 2 ways are pretty long. Second one has a rough patch. The rock splits them up. The preferred way is to the right to the sunken hole, in which drops the ball down to the lower tier. Right there. Or you could go left, but that pipe brings you to the hole. First shot. Here goes to the right side, hits the rock, finds its way to the hole, comes out, set up really nice for a birdie. Hole 14, the Beaver, par 2. start here. And this hole constantly bends to the right. Once you get to the embankment, you got a bush that's in the middle. You don't want to go in there. You want to hit it light enough to hit the embankment, get away from the bush, and head towards the hole. First shot. Going far right, hitting the wall. Scrubs some speed, avoids going into the bush, hits that wall, stays near. Decent shot. This is going for par, and in it goes. Hole 15, the Bobcat, par 3. Here's our starting point, and immediately a split decision. It's a figure 8. Which way do you want to go? You want to go left and go over the bridge, or go to the right and go under? Either way gets you somewhat close to the hole. First shot, deciding to take the low road, under the bridge, far off to the left, again hugging the wall. Decent shot. This is for birdie. There it is, and ooh, just past the hole. For par, longer shot, but that one goes in. Hole 16, the Rabbit, par 2. You start over here, and you got an embankment that forces your ball off to the right. However, you got a second one if you overshoot a little bit. Pretty much it'll head over to the right with a slight downhill towards the hole. First shot, hit off to the right. The embankment hardly does anything. Bouncing off the walls, down the slope, and set up pretty good. For par, there's the swing, and ooh, just to the left. Hole 17, the Chipmunk, par 3. We start here, and the hole ever so slightly turns left, going over a bridge. And then there is a slight bankment to the right. And you got a potted plant in the middle that you want to avoid. Otherwise, it's mostly a straight trip outside of that gutter to the hole. And watch out for that. First shot. There it goes to the right, banging off the walls, going past the plant, just into the gutter slightly, and decent shot. Going for a birdie. There it is, and ooh, this time it's off to the right. This is for par, and in it went. Hole 18, the Moose, par 2. We start here, and it is a very straight hole, surrounded by very wide and deep gutters. If you can keep it straight, you will easily find your way towards the hole. First shot, straight down the middle, and going towards the hole. Ooh, just barely missed to the right. Going for par. There's a shot, and ooh, right by the hole. For bogey, and there it is. The second half didn't quite go as smoothly. Had difficulties on hole number 12. 16 and 18, it was just pathetic. Just off enough that we missed par with the ball going literally right by the hole and going over. So, for the entirety of the course, we went over on hole 17, indicated by a plus sign, and for the second half, we went over that at hole 18 with the asterisk, and we have a 25 on the back nine. Added to the 21 from the front, we get a grand total of 46, which is 4 over par, and in actuality, that is somewhat good. Granted, things fell apart at the end, as I've mentioned, but considering I got a 5 over the first time I came here, and now it's a 4, we actually did a little better, which makes me wonder the next time we come here, are we going to hit our ultimate low, and will it really be all that ultimate? That concludes this episode of Watch Me Suck at Mini Golf. From Mulligan's Miniature Golf, Sterling, Massachusetts, this is George F551 saying hope you enjoyed and have a good one.